Good morning on this incredibly beautiful day. I've had to make this video because there's something that when I woke up this morning, I heard just a 2-minute phrase that all about astrology, numerology. Who created it? And what are numbers? Frequencies? What are the planets? Are they real? Is the moon real? I know the sun is changed up, and I can feel that. But what I'm noticing is that there's a portal with the sun, but the sun that's shining on us now, is that the real sun? Because I know there's two suns. There's something different about the sun, but I know the moon. I've been watching the moon, and the moon is doing the most bizarre things, but what I've noticed also is that we've been made not to be able to see the moon. Whoa, look at a cicada just went past me. And the moon itself, you know, if we were an orb, the moon is meant to be going right around. But what I'm noticing, the moon is going from here and going across. It's not going around the globe, so-called, but is, again, is that real? Now, from last night, I had it at 12, and then it's gone over to like 8. But it just keeps flipping, and now it's out. It was out this morning still. Now, if it's meant to be going around, and then the sun comes up and the moon goes down, well, why are we having two? There's always an explanation when you go and look, but that doesn't feel right. And just the way it gets placed. And then it went missing for 2 weeks. I could not find the moon. There was a whole pile of us. We couldn't find the moon. Okay, so if they're maneuvering the moon, how do we know that all the planets are real? Because we know Earth is, we don't know what it is. Is it flat? Is it round? Are we spinning? I don't believe we're spinning. Now, if that's the case, so astrologers use the moon, the stars, but are the stars real? Because they don't feel real either. There was a massive change up with the stars. The stars, there used to be millions. I could never count them. But now you can look up and it's like, oh yeah, there's a few over there and there's some more scattered over there and there's a bright one. If they were real, why are they changing up? And so what I'm trying to say here, we've got also numerology with the numbers. The numbers are frequencies. And with being a frequency, they change up. Now, what's really interesting is that for years, honestly, years, I've always been told, why don't you get into numerology? Why don't you get into astrology? It's never resonated with me. I've never picked up on it. When my friends tell it to me, and they will talk about the different, the Sagittarius, the Taurus, with the moon and the planets, I've never even got into all the Taurus and the star signs. It just has never resonated to me, but I've allowed everybody else, and I thought, oh, well, I don't resonate to it, so they can do it, and they can tell me. Even when they tell me, it's just like goes over my head because I don't resonate to it again. But I see the enjoyment of what they get through, and that is the most important thing. But with us learning about ourselves right now, isn't it about feeling into things? So like with the tarot cards, at the end of the day, I have never, or actually from the beginning, yes, you would learn your tarot card, but you would learn from a script, from a book, on what that card represented. As you know, I've merged away from that. I went to more angelic. And I never will open the person's book that wrote about their cards. I feel into the energy of the card to what the vision I get. All it is, it's just a trigger for me to take off to where I'm picking. So I'm not controlled on what I'm going to say when I do a reading. I feel into it. Numerology, astrology, that is something, again, it's more like the tarot cards. You learn it. You learn the specific positions of the planets and the stars and the numbers. But again, unless you feel into it, who created it in the first place? And when we listen to them, they are also directing where we're going. But isn't that what the opposition has done to us? We have listened for them to guide us where we are to be, and our rules and our regulations and the laws and blah, blah, blah. But aren't we learning to go within? Aren't we learning ourselves that the sun is up? So I get up when the sun comes down, dinner time. Darkness, it's now rest time and to sleep. We work with the birds, we work with the seasons and the different cycles. Now, isn't that what we're meant to be working with? And we're going back into the nature, we're working with the water and the flow and the cleansing, the grounding and being bare feet and going into nature and hugging those trees. So when you find yourself doing that, isn't it then that you're feeling into your path? You're following your journey from how you feel. But if I was controlled on how I'm meant to feel, isn't that holding me back? I know it's, this video is very controversial with what I'm trying to say, but I'm not putting anyone down on what they've learnt. All I'm trying to say is a lot of my friends have done astrology, numerology, and tarots and blah, 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 but I'm noticing they're walking away. And I found it fascinating. So this morning I've woken up and it just went boom, and they guided me. So, yeah, something for you to look at. Don't take me as it's not good or anything. I'm not saying that. I am just saying that when collectively, if people hear of the same programming, they will carry that program. And from then it will go out, and then people will use that to guide themselves through. But wouldn't it be wonderful if you guide yourself through by feeling into the energy? And that's how I do my readings. I feel into the energy of what is happening around me. And when I do that, wow, the sky is the limit. There is no limitations whatsoever because it's endless, and this is where you develop yourself so much more. It's insane. And yeah, as you can see my attire today, we have got a whole pile of people coming in. We've got these massive big greenhouses and we're doing a massive cleanup. So yeah, sitting outside our tiny house, the sun is streaming. I don't know how we're going to do this work with this heat because it is so hot. I think it's 9:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting here and I'm heating up and it's burning. So I don't know how long we're going to coat for, but yeah. So yeah, feel through this video. I'm not right. No one's wrong. Biggest part I wanted to pass on is feel into your life now. Feel how the tree makes you feel when you hug it, when you put your third eye. Feel how Mother Earth feels when you lay on your back and absorb the energy and listen to the butterflies and the cicadas and the birds dancing above you. Just feel into everything that you do now. What colours do you want to wear today? Are you going to wear black? Well, you know when you wear black, it's like, doof, put a colour on, boom. Feel that colour. Feel it in your body, your energetic self. And when you go to do something, does it feel right? Do I enjoy being in that place? Or am I being made to be there? Feel it. And when you feel in, honestly, you let go of all your restrictions and things flow. So it's something for you to look at. And even with the Reiki and the healing, let go of the symbols. Just be. Divinely tune in and let things be. Again, we get trained on a limitation. Go further. Sky's the limit. Go for it. You have the opportunity to climb the highest you can ever be. So honor it. Honor who you are today. Change up before I melt up. Okay, I'm going to go now because I've got so much work to do today, but it's something I wanted to share. And yeah, just become who you need to be with no textbook. Feel it from here and you will be amazing because you already know the sequence of the different frequencies that you're meant to be attuning yourself to. Don't allow somebody to tune you in. Tune yourself in with nature. Listen in here, not in here. And expand yourself because it's incredible when you let go and you create your own songbook and listen to your own inner voice because you sing really loud. Love you. Thank you for listening to this one. Share if you'd like to. And yeah, let's move and groove now. Till next time.